Hey folks, welcome to another edition of Fitness Friday Positive with Rachelle. Folks, we're on Fitness Friday. It is always the best day of the week. Gotta love it. Folks, where's Waldo? Where's Rachelle? Well, today's surroundings should look familiar to you as I'm in the lower level of Rachelle's Home Fitness Center, folks, and want to shed light on adversity. I want to continue highlighting adversity, various aspects of adversity. Last week I shared with you some of the adversity I dealt with when I lived in Evanston, Illinois, and actually every time I go back to Chicago, because that city, more than any other, is a city that I rely on the trains and public transportation. Of course, I take Amtrak there, and then the public transportation, so it's always just a very unique and very different experience. And so, but this time, I want to highlight some adversity that has been going on in the fitness industry for decades, certainly without resolve. And so want to highlight the challenges around and the potential negative ramifications of gym member cancellations. Now, I've talked about this issue, I don't know, maybe 3 or 4 times over the years, but certainly in this episode, I'm going to be uncharacteristically direct in my approach. I'm going to highlight a newsletter, a Newsweek article that appeared in early August that highlighted, it actually certainly serves as an example of what happens when things go wrong, within the fitness space, the fitness traditional bricks and mortar fitness space, regarding when a member, former member, has challenges canceling memberships. Now, to start off, we want to talk about just some of the challenges around this particular area. But there's so many. I mean, this is just multifaceted, this whole issue. And so when I look at it, I mean, just going to peel back a lot of the layers. I'm not going to talk about various other aspects. Just want to look at 2 different things here that I see, 2 basic fundamental issues that collide early on in this process for an individual, and then not particularly this individual, but an individual, just speaking, in general terms, that can lead to some challenges down the road. And so the first of which, you think about a potential member, an individual comes to a facility, whatever, even online, they're reviewing, they're Googling, and then they come across, they think there's, oh yes, particularly, so we think about even just the rush of people that join towards the end of the year, the beginning of the year. We know in the fitness industry that's just always very, in terms of the numbers of new members or signups and all of that, the numbers go way up during those particular parts of the year. So it happens year round, certainly. But when you think about the issue around a potential member signing up, who could be in an emotional state. So when we think about any type of major life change, whether it's, okay, I'm going to start taking care of myself, or many millions of people that have weight struggles and say, okay, this is going to be the answer. This is going to be the year that it's going to be different. Or this is going to be the gym that's going to get it right after perhaps an individual may have struggled in various gyms or struggled in various aspects of his or her journey. And so it can be an emotional decision. Signing up and just say, yeah, this is going to be great. Or they walk into a facility, oh, this is awesome. And that's a wonderful thing. I mean, don't get me wrong. You want people to come in the door and think like, oh yeah, this is great. This is awesome. But what I want to just highlight is just to think about the emotions that can be at play. When a person is clicking on a website and they're thinking, oh yeah, everything sounds perfect. And of course, from a marketing perspective, that's what you want. You want to move people again along that continuum from awareness to interest, desire, and action. And so you have potential emotional individual, not all cases, but many cases, emotional decision. Yes, my life's going to change. My health's going to get better. I'm going to lose weight. I'm just about to be the best that I can be, So we have that on one side, all right? The emotions, the excitement, the enthusiasm, just all of those positive emotions. On the other side, what you have kind of is the reality of the membership agreements, which are legal documents, and certainly, research has shown that many people, not even just in the fitness industry, but in general, fail to, when it comes to contracts, read the contract from beginning to end, or read the terms and conditions, whether it's a separate offer, they're signing up for something online, whatever. And so when you have gym memberships which structurally tend to be adhesion contracts. And so, of course, I'm not a lawyer. In case this is the first time you're tuning into Fitness Friday Positives, I'm not a lawyer, but I'm just so happy and grateful, certainly, to say that I've been mentored by some good ones, most of whom are fellow Northwestern alums, those folks who graduated from Northwestern Law School. So, but anyway, so when you think about adhesion contracts and just the fact that, many people don't understand, of course I didn't really understand all of this until, I started studying it and learning and asking questions, all of this, and that from a bargaining situation, okay, the balance of power in those type of contracts in a gym situation are favorable, more favorable, the terms are certainly more favorable towards the entity or the facility or the studio or whatever. And so you have these adhesion contracts, kind of take it as you leave it, for lack of a better way of saying it, kind of take it as you leave it, sign it. It's, everyone is going to sign the same type of agreement that comes in and signs up for membership today or signs online, a very standardized, typically format. And so one person could be signing it, or millions of people could be signing that same contract within the same year. And so, but just the member, potential member, perhaps they, in many cases don't have the time or just don't have the interest to kind of read everything through and understand. And we're talking about certainly non-contract type of gyms or even term contract type gyms where it's 6-month membership contractually, 12 months, 24 months, 36 months. And so, or other types of services that an individual may be signing up for within a facility that may also have separate, contracts and terms with that particular service type of agreement within the facility. And so an individual may be like, okay, well, I signed up for this, just to utilize a term contract type of situation. Okay, I signed up for 3 years, again, during the emotions or the excitement or, again, the best of intentions. Yeah, this is going to be great. And then 3 weeks in, like, I don't want to do this anymore. This isn't working. I don't like this place, whatever. And so just kind of, recognizing, what you've signed. I think this is a lesson, a contract lawyer actually pointed this out just kind of years ago, and I remember hearing this. It's just kind of, okay, that, very few people, read the fine print, read all of the terms and conditions to understand what they're signing. Just in general, we'll get any type of, whether you're talking about adhesion contract or not, whether adhesion contracts also exist within other industries such as rental cars and things like that. And so, unfortunately, down the road when people have problems and they don't really recognize that kind of the type of contracts and the way it was kind of structurally set up, is that there may be very little recourse or no recourse at all in certain cases, but certainly, of course, legally that can be, of course, adhesion contracts would be measured and evaluated against the concept of unconscionability. And so I'm going to go into all of that. Like I said, you consult your own attorney, all this and that, but just to understand, though, the dynamic. So we're talking about a legally binding document, that individuals are signing and not really, in many cases, I'm sure, just, human nature in general, regardless of what type of contract it is, not understanding or not taking time to read it through, not reading every fine print and everything. And then challenges come down the road and the recourse can be limited or non-existent or whatever. And so that's just a lot of the challenges that I kind of see going forward. And certainly it existed, of course, decades past. It's just those two colliding where you have people that are excited and whatever, this is going to be great. And for one reason or another, this isn't working out, or I don't want to be here anymore. This is what I want to do, but what does the contract states? What did you sign? What did you sign? And I just think, that's a general lesson for all of us, in any situation. Fortunately, I have not had any issues with this particular, this case study that I'm going to be highlighting today. This article deals with Planet Fitness in particular. And if you recall, I was a member of Planet Fitness from June 28, 2017 to September 22nd, 2020. Had no problems canceling my membership. And I certainly have any issues. I've not had to, go back and forth in any of my former fitness entities. And I'm just kind of grateful for that. But also my positive experiences do not negate anyone else's negative experiences. And I've talked about this in a few episodes. But from 2017 to 2019, I did some perception research for the fitness industry. And part of that was evaluating and analyzing online reviews. online reviews of just entities of various types across the country. And it was a very interesting experience, but it was just a lot of, you could just see the patterns in this whole problems with cancellation, particularly on the commercial side, highly problematic. And if you want to know where you stand, take a look at your online reviews. People will tell you exactly what's going on and how they feel and what struggles they're having or have had. And so those type of experiences can turn into major public relations issues as the ones the article I'll be highlighting today, or just from a marketing standpoint. With many people going to social media or looking at online reviews when they're considering any type of product or service, membership based or not, will go and do a little research, Google this and that, and then they find out, they see all of these, and they think, well, you know what, all these people are having, particularly if there's a pattern where there's multiple people complaining of the same thing spread out over a decent amount of time, where it's okay, this is an issue. This is probably going to be an issue. If it happened to all these people, it could happen to me, some people will say. And so I haven't had any problems, but again, this is all about Rachelle's Posi-TIPS and Fitness Friday Posi-TIPS is what? Helping people and telling the truth. So it is very, very important that I highlight stuff sometimes and subjects that are not pretty, but certainly some awareness. I gotta highlight this. This is just, and while yes, this is an issue for, this article deals with Planet. Like I said, this issue is endemic within the entire industry. I mean, this is something that comes up over and over and over and over again. And I'm always mortified almost when I have people tell me personally that they felt scammed by gym memberships in the past, by gyms in the past when they've had memberships, and they don't want to do that anymore, and they don't trust gyms. And I'm thinking, to me it's just like, wow. But the reality of people's situations, that's not my reality, but I certainly understand and respect other people's realities. But when you talk to them and you ask them more questions, you find out there's some challenges, particularly around this area. And that's why I'm just devoting this entire episode to this here today. So the article, this was published in Newsweek. So Samantha Berlin, Berlin, published this on August 8th of this year. The title of this article is Woman Accuses Planet Fitness of Stealing After She Canceled Memberships. So the article goes on to state, a woman's story went viral after sharing a series of videos in which she claimed Planet Fitness was stealing her money, even though she previously canceled her membership 6 times. Tara Rule, Tararule, spelling this out on purpose, particularly for this particular episode, because you may want to look this up on your own, or her TikTok handle is at POGSYY, posted about her situation on TikTok, where it received more than 1 million views in total, with the first TikTok gaining more than 713,000 views and 3,500 comments. The TikTok can be viewed here, and there's a clickable link, and I did take a look at those videos. The next section, unwanted charges. According to a 2022 survey of 2,497 U.S. adults, more than half admitted to receiving unwanted memberships or subscription charges. Another study by Chase Bank revealed that 71% of American adults waste more than $600 a year on unwanted subscription fees. The survey also found that more than half of respondents thought recurring payments were a hassle, with respondents saying it took on average 3 months to cancel unnecessary subscriptions and memberships. The next section is titled The Viral Video. If you're seeing this, Planet Fitness stole your money too, huh? Rule said in the video, which was posted on July 27th, I'm going to tell you how to get it back. She explained that the video was for people who've canceled their membership with Planet Fitness 1 trillion times and are still being charged. Rule told Newsweek she called 3 times to cancel and went in person 3 times to cancel the membership. I brought in a letter and brought it to my home gym once, but they told me I had to bring it to a notary before they would accept it, she said. I attempted to send a cancellation letter via certified mail, but it was returned to me, stating that no one signed for it. I sent in a couple of letters, but I have no way to know if they were ever received. Next session, entitled Let's Sue. In the video, Rule listed several steps people should take if they find themselves in a similar situation. She recommended speaking to someone in person and recording the conversation, adding that it is important to be friendly and request a printout for complete check-in history, a copy for the original contract, and all invoices and billing information. Rule inserted audio from her alleged conversation with an employee where she asked him about canceling her membership was still being charged. Then, what we're going to do is we're going to file a class action lawsuit against them, all of us, Rule said. Or, Planet Fitness, if you want to pay me back for all the money you've stolen from me over the years from a disabled person, maybe I'll take this video down. Otherwise, let's sue Planet Fitness. A spokesperson for Planet Fitness told Newsweek that they take member concerns extremely seriously. After looking into the situation, we can confirm that the member did not process a formal cancellation request until July of 2022, a statement read. That being said, the individual's membership has since been canceled, and the local franchise owner has made several attempts to contact her to address the situation and her concerns. The spokesperson added that Planet Fitness does not require a notary to cancel a membership. The next section, titled Viewer Reactions. More than 3,600 users commented on the video, many sharing similar experiences and others offering Rule advice. I went to cancel my mom's when she died, one user commented. The man literally looked me in the face and said she would have to do it in person. They did the exact same thing to me, another commented. They closed my club and they refused to take my cancellation because it had to come from the OG one. My cousin had a gym membership, and even after he passed away and were notified of his death, they were still trying to charge him and contact family, another user commented. Rule told Newsweek that although she did not expect the video to get such a large response, many have shared similar, if not worse, situations. The more I've looked into this, their contracts and the downright exploitative nature of their membership termination agreements, this has evolved from me wanting a refund to me wanting to see the company held responsible, she said, and their policies updated in hopes that fewer consumers will be taken advantage of in the future. So that is that. That is one of the latest blow-ups regarding in the industry, regarding gym member difficulties canceling memberships. This one went viral. And so this article was published on August 8th. So we're now veering towards the end of August. And so again, the daily, hourly continue to rack up views. And so one thing I often state is your larger players in the industry, again, such as a Planet Fitness with more than 15 million members. So I've highlighted that number. Club Industry and some of the others have highlighted that. So you've got more than 15 million members. They are able to weather certain storms. More than other entities, more smaller entities. Because why? They've got the member volume, they got millions of people on the membership rolls, and whether they hear about any type of situation such as this one or not, they'll keep their memberships and the revenues will continue to flow. But if you contrast that with a locally owned private gym, mom and pop type gym that maybe has 400 members, 500 members, and they know people in the community, they're right there and all this and that. And yes, to be fair, yes, they're franchisees of various types. They're the same way. They're very active in the community. They know a lot of people know them. Not saying that was the issue in this case, but I'm just kind of contrasting that with a small, locally owned Jane's Gym, John's Gyms, Juanita's Gym, Jamal's Gym, and something like that happened would be absolutely detrimental to business. In certain cases, that could shut a business down. Of course, not only in the fitness industry, but other industries as well. And so it is just important to kind of keep that in mind for the overall context. But regardless of what type of entity it is, this is an issue. This is an issue that needs to be addressed, and people continue to have problems and problems and problems. And like I said, there's just, a couple of reasons where just, it's kind of coming in the door right off the bat. A lot of people don't recognize what they're signing. And so that's something, from a member perspective or just people in general, we can all make sure we read various contracts or anything we're signing. Years ago, a contract attorney, like I said, told me that it was great advice. You're never too busy. You're never too busy. If it's all full of legal jargon, run it by an attorney first. And so we just got to kind of, from both ends, what is a individual or potential member, what can an individual do to kind of, be prepared and understand going in, kind of what your options are and what you're signing. That could be kind of one in terms of solutions, okay, but also two from the facility side, what can be done What can be done to streamline that process? Because as I stated, it had to be in an episode last year where I talked about kind of the Amazonification of cancellations. Because why? You think about Amazon Prime, okay? When you think about Apple Music, you think about these other major online entity and players, and you cancel Amazon, you notice you're not hearing thousands of people complaining about the difficulty of canceling their Amazon Prime membership. All right, you click a button, boom, you're done. You're done. All right, and the same was true. I think it was a short trial of 2020 of Walmart Plus, that program they launched. So I did a trial of it. When I canceled it, I'm not going to move forward with this. Bam, clicked it, was done. I mean, yeah, now when I log into my Walmart account, Walmart.com or whatever, yes, do they have the option there at every turn for you to rejoin that, to sign up for that? Okay, your trial is ended. Do you want to sign up now? Is that there? Yes. And you click on no, not interested, not moving forward, and then you just go ahead and do the online order. And so, but it's entities like those where again the customers are getting comfortable and quite frankly used to, or getting used to and accustomed to, just canceling, I want to be done with this, and I'm done. All right, I don't want to be coming in and doing this and that, and then people are doing, getting the word out on social media, and just my inner PR person, just having been a public relations undergraduate major in Louisiana, I just see some of these, and this one just really just kind of just took me back, because I was thinking I was taken aback. I was like, wow, like as a PR person, just such a nightmare. Such a nightmare. Anytime anything gets blown up, and so it's just a matter of trying to be proactive. It's like, what can we do? And this, of course, the situation was tough because you're dealing with not one of their corporate clubs, but you're dealing with a separate independent franchisee. Of course, this is in the fitness industry, but again, the same thing in restaurants or whatever can occur, where people have the latitude to kind of enforce things or just do things their own way. This is our standard rule, but this is how there can be variations in terms of how things are done. And so, like I said, I haven't had any problems, and have any problems with my cancellation with Planet. Thanks to PF Michigan Group here. But again, my positive experience can't negate anyone else's experiences, including this one, these allegations in this particular case, folks. So just think about it. It's just a very tough issue. There's so many different layers, but just from a marketing standpoint, you want to get known. You want to talk about branding, building your brand. What do you want to be known for? See where you stand. Take a look at some online reviews. It may make you just cry. For lack of a better way of saying it. It may make some of those reviews may make you, but it's again, like it's often stated, the truth hurts. You think like, wow, I thought it was easier for people to kind of handle this, and then you go online and see all types of reviews, and you're thinking, well, actually, no, it's not. These people are letting us know that there's an issue here. We don't know if it's a breakdown in communication. We don't know what's going on. But so, again, I always take a protective stance here on Fitness Friday Posi-TIPS. Again, so I just want you to be successful. I want you to be happy. I love fitness. I'm just very, very passionate about this, and I just want to see each and every entity succeed and thrive. And but I also want, again, members, potential members. Again, there's two sides of this coin. I want that part of the equation, those individuals, to thrive and be happy and fulfilled and love their fitness experiences too as well, folks. So that is all I have for you today. This has been quite an episode. Just highlighting this very big issue. So just think about it, take a look. But until next week, always remember, I am positively passionate about your fitness and success. Make it a great day.